Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right, folks. Hold on to your seats because what's happening behind the scenes in the NFL could be a game changer, especially for the 49ers. Rumor has it, and it's gaining steam, that the Tennessee Titans are contemplating a blockbuster trade involving their star defensive tackle, Jeffrey Simmons. And if this deal goes through, and honestly it sounds like it might, it could dramatically reshape the landscape of the NFC West and give the 49ers a huge boost heading into the playoffs. So let's break down what's going on, what it means for the 49ers, and how this could be a pivotal moment for the team's Super Bowl ambitions. First, the background. The Titans, sitting at a disappointing 3-12 record, are clearly in rebuild mode. They're facing a tough reality with their current roster, especially on defense, which has struggled mightily this season. Their cap space is around $19 million, which isn't enough to make major signings or extensions right now, so they're looking at creative ways to clear space and rebuild quickly. One of their primary targets? Jeffrey Simmons, a true force inside on the defensive line who's been lighting it up in 2025. Simmons, who's been a dominant presence since he entered the league in 2019, has been producing at an elite level. His stats are eye-popping, 10 sacks so far this year, which puts him at the top of the league among defensive tackles, along with a PFF grade hovering around 75, ranking him in the top 10 among all DTs. Simmons' impact isn't just about sacks, though. His ability to disrupt the backfield, pressure the quarterback, and clog running lanes makes him a nightmare for offenses. His overall pass rush grade of over 90, combined with a win rate near 20%, shows he's not just a flash in the pan. Over his career, he's accumulated over 5 sacks and 259 tackles with 3 Pro Bowls under his belt. Despite some injuries, he missed 2 games in 2025 with a knee issue. Simmons remains one of the top interior defenders in the league, comparable to some of the best in the game like Chris Jones. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Titans, with odds of plus 50-0 to win the Super Bowl, are looking to shake things up. Their biggest issue: a run defense that's allowing 130 yards per game, ranking 30th in the league. That's a huge problem when you're trying to compete at the highest level. They're eyeing a trade that would send Simmons to the 49ers in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026, plus a reserve defensive tackle from the 49ers roster. The goal for Tennessee: to get cap relief, around $10 million, and to start building for the future, especially as they plan to draft quarterbacks in the upcoming draft to reset their offense. For the 49ers, this potential deal is a perfect storm. With an 11-4 record and a playoff spot already secured, they're in a position to bolster their interior defensive line, which has been hit hard by injuries lately. Key players like Renardo Green, who's been out with a neck injury since December 20th, and the questionable status of Pearsall, who's battling a knee issue ahead of Week 17, make adding a disruptive force like Simmons even more appealing. Kittle has also been nursing an ankle injury, which has limited him in practice, so adding depth and talent up front could be the key to keeping their defense rolling deep into January. The impact Simmons could bring to the 49ers is immense. He's not just a run stuffer, although he's excellent at that, reducing his opponents' rushing yards from over 104 yards per game to around 90, similar to Vita V's impact on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But he's also a pass rush menace. His ability to generate pressure, with a pressure rate pushing close to 20%, and his knack for forcing broken tackles make him a nightmare for offensive lines. When you combine Simmons with the existing talent on the 49ers' defensive front, Bosa, Hargrave, and others, it creates a hurricane of disruption that opposing quarterbacks will have to deal with. This move would elevate the 49ers' defense into the top tier, especially against the run, which has been a bit shaky at times this season. Improving their run defense is not just about stopping the ground game. It's about controlling the clock, limiting opponents, scoring opportunities, and setting up the offense with better field position. And in the playoffs, where every possession counts, having Simmons anchoring the middle of the line would make them even more formidable. It's about creating a front seven that's as relentless and disruptive as possible, giving the team a shot at their third Super Bowl appearance in recent years. And let's talk about the bigger picture here. If this trade happens, it's not just a short-term boost, it's a statement. The 49ers would be signaling that they're all in on winning now, on maximizing their chances for a Super Bowl run. Simmons' presence could push their odds from plus 600 to plus 300, making them a serious contender in the eyes of the betting markets and NFL analysts alike. His ability to disrupt mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts adds another layer of threat to the 49ers' defense, which has struggled at times to contain dual-threat QBs this season. This move also aligns with the team's long-term vision. The 49ers have been building a roster with a mix of veteran talent and young prospects, and adding a player like Simmons fits perfectly into their blueprint. He's a perennial Pro Bowler, a disruptive force who can anchor the defensive line for years to come. With Simmons on board, the 49ers could see their defense climb into the top 5 in points allowed, possibly even challenging the league's best for the title of most dominant unit. That's huge, especially considering the team's offensive potency, which ranks 9th in yards per game and is capable of controlling the clock with long, sustained drives. And of course, this move is not happening in a vacuum. The NFL landscape is shifting, and the 49ers are poised to capitalize on it. They're already a well-rounded team, but adding Simmons would give them that extra edge, a game winner in the trenches. His presence on the field would also help mitigate the absence of Green, Pearsall, and Kittle, who have all been dealing with injuries. Quick stops and a relentless interior rush could help them control the game tempo, keep their offense on the field longer, and wear down opponents. That's the kind of strategic advantage that can push a team over the top in the playoffs. Looking ahead, if the deal goes through, it could set the stage for an even more exciting postseason run. The 49ers, with Simmons, could rival teams like the Chiefs or Eagles, who have been dominant in recent years thanks to their front sevens. Simmons' addition would be a game-changer for the defense, leading to more sacks, more turnovers, and more opportunities to flip the field. His impact could be felt in the win column, especially in those tight, cold-weather playoff games where every sack and disruption counts. So to sum it all up, this potential trade involving Jeffrey Simmons is more than just a move. It's a statement of intent. The 49ers are looking to solidify their defense, to build a fortress that can withstand the best offenses in the league, and to position themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. With Simmons adding his disruptive presence, the odds of a deep playoff run and a shot at the Super Bowl could skyrocket. This is a story that's developing, and as always, we'll be watching closely, bringing you the latest updates as they happen. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now guys, what's your take? Do you think Simmons would be the perfect piece to push the 49ers into Super Bowl contention? How do you see this affecting their chances in the playoffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's get ready for what's coming next for our 49ers. This could be the move that propels us to the promised land, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Go Niners!